kind of come up with the general plan. I realize you're not packing your bags and leaving tomorrow, but you are going to be packing your bags and leaving in 5 years, and that 5 years is going to be here quicker than you know it. So here's how you get started. You're going to, and I'm going to actually do this back here so you can see it. You're going to copy this link right here, and I'll read through this with you just to kind of give you an overview, and then I'll do it myself. You're going to follow this link. You're going to replace the words copy of template with your last name. So it's going to say, if your last name is Smith, it would say Smith Planning for College. You're going to share your project with me immediately. Don't wait till you're done to share it, because it will get updated real time. And then you're going to research. Before the bell rings today, you also need to decide what your homework is for tonight. But I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. So give me a minute. I'm going to copy this, Control-C, and I'm going to show you what you're going to see when you copy that link in. Just kidding. Let's try it again. Okay. When you've got to obviously be signed into Google for this to happen, but this is exactly what will pop up, and you click on Make a Copy. And since I'm recording, here we go. All right. And then you're just going to delete all of this right here and just put, so if your last name is Smith, it's just going to say Smith Planning for College. Then you're going to come over here and you're going to share it with me. McKenna, will you hop up and turn the lights out, please, so y'all can see this better? Okay. And so it'd be really good if y'all are giving me all your attention right now. All right, so part one. This is going to be divided into, I think, 5 parts. The part one is, there is a lot of planning to do before you head off to college. Today we're going to look at what it will cost to go to college and come up with a plan of how much you will need to save over the next 5 years. You're going to complete this table below. All these links right here are hot links that you can click on to get information about college tuition, or you can just Google it yourself. You don't have to use this stuff. They're pretty good, but you can Google yourself. You're going to put the college that you're going to here and what you're going to study here. Again, please, if you're 12, 13 years old, if you don't know what your major is going to be, I totally get it. What would you like to study? I will never know if you actually study what you put in your 7th grade college project or not. It is all good. All right. You see these green things? These are all hot links too. This is where you're going to put your tuition cost for 1 year, your tuition cost for 4 years, housing, food, meals, and transportation, spending money. What does that say right there? Books, yes, books. I think you're going to be surprised at how expensive books are. Then you're going to obviously come here and get a total for 1 year and a total for 4 years. Then you're going to come to question number 2, still on part 1. Assuming you do not have that much money sitting in your piggy bank, calculate how much you would have to save each month over the next 5 years to pay for 1 year of college. So we did a scavenger hunt that had questions like that on there. How many months are in 5 years? 60. Okay. So how much will you have to save per month to get through your first year? How much will you have to save per month to get through your 4th year? Don't give me just a number here. You've got to write down what you typed in your calculator. You have to show your work. Then you're gonna get a letter, and it's gonna have information about a scholarship or something that you may have won, and those will be up here on my table. You'll just come up and grab one, and then based on whatever information is in that letter, you will recalculate your total cost for 4 years. Here's where you're going to show your work. What is your new cost for 4 years? After that, this says, think you can save that much each month. If not, you're going to have to take out a loan. For this project, let's assume that you're going to take out a loan for the entire amount for all 4 years. So regardless of parental input, scholarships, or anything like that, let's just assume that after you deduct whatever was in your letter, that you're going to have to take out a loan for the rest of that. You're going to be able to come click here to choose a bank to borrow from. And you're going to get a list of banks right here and interest rates So these are the lists of the banks right here. These are the interest rates they have, and you can see these are the lengths of the loans. So you can see this is an interest rate of somewhere between 3.5 and 4.75%. Which one do I use? You add them together and divide by 2, and that gets you the number in the middle. That's the number that you're going to use, all right? So you're the one that's going to pick. It's going to be one of those banks and ever how many years you think it's going to take to pay it off. Now, what do you know about the amount of interest you pay when you pick a 20-year payoff? Yes, it's going to be bigger, so you guys figure that out. And again, relax about the whole thing. There's actually really no right or wrong answer. You're just going to pick what you think sounds like something that would reflect your situation. Okay, so I'm going to go out of here, hopefully correctly, or not. All right, here we go. This is where we were. Okay, so you go there, you get your bank, and then you type your bank name right here, the term, the interest rate range, approximate the middle of the interest rate range. So you're not going to have to remember this. Everything you have to do is in your project. Now, you're going to have deferred loans. You're going to understand the difference between a deferred loan and a grace period loan repayment. I will talk more about this on Monday. But in a nutshell, a deferred loan payment means you're going to not pay it until you get out of college, but you are still going to have to pay the interest while your payment is deferred. So, and then your grace loan is when you don't have to pay the interest. I'm going to go over that again, like I said, in great detail, but all of the steps will be on here. So you're going to do your loan repayment. You're going to figure out what your monthly payment is based on all that. Then, part 2, you're going to interview your parents. You're going to come up with a list of talking points that you want to go over with your parents. In other words, am I going in-state? Am I going out-of-state? How much money have you saved up? How much money am I going to need to save up? Am I going to live in a dorm? Am I going to live in an apartment? Will I have a car? Any kind of talking point. What are you curious about your own situation when it comes to going to college? What are some things you want to go over with your parents? We've spent a lot of time talking about this. I'm sure you have some questions. So you're going to write the thing. You're going to have 5 of them. You're going to write the things right here that you want to talk to your parents about. Okay, here's a link to the FAFSA form. You don't have to fill it out, but it's just a good idea to look at it so that when it does come time for you to fill it out, you are already aware of everything that you need. And remember the video we showed, the sooner it's almost like a first come, first served basis. So your January of your senior year in college, you want to have all your ducks in a row so that you can get that plan, that application filled out ASAP. Okay, after you have done all this research and you've talked to your parents, you're going to write a reflection. And these are the things, it's going to be 1 page long, double-spaced, 12-point font. These are the things that you are going to include in your reflection. Here's what you do not do. You don't just write an answer to each one of these questions. You actually write a reflection of the things that you've learned based on what we studied in class, your research that you're doing on your college, and the interview that you have with your parents. And then after that, this is where you type your reflection in this form. And then after that, you're going to, part 4 is you're going to create a pennant. Pennants are so old school, kind of like baseball pennants. But you're going to make a pennant, and it's got to be pretty big because it is supposed to encourage somebody to go to your school. So this is actually one from last year. This says everything that you need to include on your pennant. I knew that was going to happen, so it's so much easier for me to do this at my desk. So let me swing back over here. All right. So your pennant information is right here. Those are the things that need to be on your pennant. It must have your school name, what the mascot is, where it is, the major that you're interested in, and then 3 facts that you uncover about your school, and then pictures that show off the campus. So this is a girl who, obviously this is super attractive. This makes me want to go to Stephen F. Austin myself. She did a great job. It's not she actually is an artistic person, but you can see all the pictures she cut out off the internet herself. And she made it super big. And honestly, again, look how attractive it is. This immediately grabs my attention, and I want to learn more about Stephen F. Austin. Okay, you can draw your own graphics, or you can print them off the internet. That's going to be part 4 of your grade. And then lastly, part 5 of your grade. Oh, so, and then you're going to upload, you're going to include a picture of your pennant in your Google Doc. You just upload the picture because everybody's is due at the same time. And then last but not least is your presentation. So that date is wrong. I will fix that. The presentation is next Thursday and Friday. Your project has to be submitted. In other words, you've got to share it with me, and it's got to be done by midnight on February 27th. So when we all come in here that next Thursday and Friday, you're going to bring your pennant with you. I may have already graded it because I'm going to start grading as soon as I get to work. I'm going to grade your pennant based on your picture, all right? So we should all be ready to go. You're going to come with your pennant, and then Thursday we're just going to draw names. Thursday and Friday, hold on, people are going to present, all right? Also, you get extra points if you wear college gear to support that shows your school. And wouldn't it have been fantastic if I'd have worn a Tarleton hoodie today? Wouldn't that have been great? But nope, I didn't even think about it. Okay, so what else? Oh yes, and so just the other thing I want to do is make sure that you have already an idea of, okay, so your project is officially due 2/27 at midnight. You will get 3 days in class to work on this. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This is not an all do at home kind of project. However, this project will require homework. You are the only one that knows what your homework's going to be and how much homework you're going to have. You're going to have to figure it out yourself. You just don't want to come up here on February 28th and March 1st and not have your project done because you weren't able to figure out what your time commitments were. Okay, last but not least, oh, wait, no, I wanted to show you the rubric. So, as you guys are presenting, or maybe even before you're presenting, this is what I'm going to be looking at. You get 20 points for each section. And if you completed everything in the section, you get the 20 points all the way through here. And I will probably have these to you back by March 1st, by that last Friday. Yes, questions? So that's the question was, is this a test grade? And the reason I repeated the question is because you can't hear voices on this. This will be a quiz grade unless we decide otherwise, but I think we're going to be solid on tests, and so we'll probably make it a quiz grade. Rish, sit up. Yes. Yes. So when you come in here Monday morning, it's going to say college project, college project, college project, none, none. Booyah. Any more questions? All right. Where is my